Middlesex improved their chances of reaching the knockout stages of the Vitality Blast after Dawid Malan batted his side to a 9-run Duckworth Lewis win at Radlett over Gloucestershire. Batting first after winning the toss, the visitors made a strong start through Miles Hammond, who was soon finding the rope with some fine shots, and clearing it as he went after Rahman, 32 runs coming from the first 3 overs. Michael Klinger then started to find some form as that total was carried up to 47 without loss by the end of the 6 overs of power play. Toby Roller-Jones then broke this promising opening stand by bowling Klinger for 20, the partnership ending on 53. Stephen Finn then had Ian Cobain taken behind in the next over for a single, before also claiming the wicket of Hammond for 42 as he skied to Owen Morgan, Gloucestershire at 75 for 3 at the halfway stage of their innings. Former Middlesex man Ryan Higgins then tried to push the scoring rate up by twice depositing Nathan Souter into the crowd at this picturesque outground. But Finn returned to the action to end with figures of 3 for 18. Souter completed the dismissal as Higgins departed with 19 runs to his name. James Bracey played a good knock, this maximum taking him to 32. But Souter exacted his revenge next ball as the batsman hit to George Scott, the Gloucesters on 130 for 5 with 4 overs to go. Jack Taylor did his best from the deliveries left in making 22, only to fall when he was taken in the deep by Roland Jones off Tom Helm. Graham Van Buren then struck the same bowler for 2 6s and a 4 off the remaining 3 balls of the penultimate over, the visitors heading into the last one on 164 for 6. And it was the last over which turned out to be so important, with only 4 runs coming off it and the wickets of Andrew Tye, held by Helm, and Van Buren, who was stumped off Rahman, who finished with figures of 2 for 31, Gloucestershire settling for a final score of 168 for 8. They now needed wickets in the power play to stand much chance of defending that total, but they failed to collect any as Malan and Paul Stirling quickly made inroads into the target. Stirling hit a huge 6 off David Payne in an over which went for 15 runs, Middlesex quickly up to 32 from 4 overs. They got the score to 48 at the end of the power play, Stirling seemingly making light of the target at hand. Malan struck the first of his 4 6s as the partnership moved to 61 from 8. It was ended as Stirling on 33 was taken in the deep by Taylor off Chris Liddle. But Malan, already with 100 to his name in this competition this year, pressed on with an array of superb shots which always had his team just where they wanted to be. The left-hander brought up his 50 with another 6 off his 33rd delivery, and he celebrated by hitting Tom Smith for 2 4s for the next 2 balls as well, the 100 up in the 12th over. Liddle claimed his 2nd wicket as Stevie Eskenazi was caught by Klinger for a dozen. But Malan soon put that loss behind him as he continued his very classy knock. This maximum from Morgan took the target down to 28 from the final 4 overs. And even though he holed out to Higgins off Payne for 16, he'd done enough to keep his side ahead of the game when heavy rain brought an early end, with the hosts on 156 for 3 from 18.1 overs. The Duckworth Lewis method meant that was enough to win by 9 runs. Malan, though, denied a ton as he finished on a 91 made from 59 deliveries. The victory carries Middlesex up to 2nd in the South Group, while Gloucestershire are just outside the top 4.